So it's been nearly a full year now since the release of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, Samsung's foldable tablet smartphone combo. And with a year of time passing comes drastically depreciating prices, especially on these Samsung foldable phones. So when I was on Amazon the other day, I was shocked to see that you can now buy an Amazon Renewed Fold 3 for nearly $1,000 less than its original $1,800 retail price, which I just paid for this phone within the last year. So in this video, we are going to be checking out an Amazon Renewed Fold 3 that I purchased for $887, put it up against my own heavily used Z Fold 3 that's been through it all for the past year, and ultimately find out whether or not this significantly cheaper way to get your hands on one of these foldable phones is worth considering. So let's get started. So a couple days ago, I received this conspicuous brown box. So let's see what's up with this guy. This is from Amazon Renewed. So basically, these are like new condition phones, supposedly, and there is a 90-day return policy. So if you have any problems with the phone, you can just go ahead and return it within the 90 days. So let's go ahead and see what we get here for $887. So on the top here, we have our device, a little baggie here. See what else we get in the box. Looks like they do give us a charging block, which is nice. And we do have a pretty nice Type-C to Type-A charging cable, SIM tool as well in the box here, and just some paperwork and stuff. Just want to do a quick physical inspection of this Z Fold 3. So here we go, straight out of the packaging. Let's take a look at this guy. So I just took a quick inspection of this phone off camera in case everything on camera can't be picked up, but from what I can see and from what I can tell, there is not a single physical imperfection on this Amazon Renewed Fold 3. So in comparison to my used Fold 3 for the past year, I do have a fair amount of scratches. I have a scratch on the inner display right there, kind of in the hinge area. I do have a scratch in the bottom left corner as well on this inner display. And on my outer display, it does have the screen protector from the factory on it still, but that has a fair amount of scratches on it. You can tell it's definitely been used up. But on this Fold 3 from Amazon Renewed, really not any marks at all. On the outer display, it does have that screen protector as well, still intact. I don't see any scratches at all on that. And then on the inner display, there's no scratches either, which I'm just super impressed with, especially for a Renewed product. It does not have the included screen protector on the inside. I also removed that from mine, and you saw I only got just a couple little scratches. So over a year's time, that's what you can expect from real everyday use. But something else that impressed me physically with this Amazon Renewed Fold 3 compared to mine is that the hinge feels a lot sturdier on this one. So while I don't know the backstory of this Renewed Fold 3, I can tell that it's barely been used because the hinge, it feels very sturdy, has a lot more of a kind of click close when it closes compared to my Fold 3. It definitely feels a bit looser. It's a lot quicker to open and close up. Has a really prominent sound, whereas this Fold 3, not as much. So the area which I thought there would definitely be some sort of problem, some sort of imperfection, some sort of compromise, that's just not the case here on at least this unit that I got from Amazon Renewed. I'm very impressed. And as far as the display, looks like we have all of our pixels here. Looks like there's no problems with this inner display. And for the outer display, also looks fine as well. So everything is checking out from a physical standpoint here initially. So I'm going to go ahead, transfer all my same stuff over to this phone, put my SIM in this phone, use it for maybe a day or so, and come back with my final first impressions of buying a Galaxy Z Fold 3 from Amazon Renewed. All right, so it's been about a couple days now since my last recording, and I'm ready to share my final first impressions with you guys on this Renewed Fold 3. So getting into the phone, I've had no issues at all with the side-mounted fingerprint sensor. It's worked 100% of the time. The display has been phenomenal for me. The performance has been great. I have not had any really major hiccups or performance issues. Nothing was really glaring. Nothing really stood out to me. I've been using this Fold 3 consistently on a day-to-day basis, so it's been a very similar feeling experience overall. I was keeping a close eye on my battery, and I got around 6 hours of screen on time, which is great for this phone. I know a lot of that was from watching YouTube, but I was using the tablet portion of the phone a lot more than the outer display, which saps a lot more of your battery. As far as charging goes, I didn't see anything out of the norm. I was getting the 25-watt super fast charging as advertised and got to a full charge in about an hour and 20 minutes or so. I like to use my S Pen with the Fold 3, and on this renewed model here, I've had no issues with all of my regular S Pen usage. So after some testing and a couple days of real life use, it's pretty easy for me personally to see that the experience of this Fold 3, the renewed one, has been very similar, if not identical to that of my current Fold 3 that I bought at its retail price. I am honestly super impressed. I'm way more surprised. I did not expect this video to go the way that it did. You are really not making all that many compromises, to be completely honest, by going with this renewed model. Something worth keeping in mind is that your warranty on this phone with Samsung is probably void. There is this sticker on the bottom it came with that says void right on it. And also, I'm pretty sure if you take off this inner screen protector that your warranty is also voided that way. If something would ever happen to this phone, you might not be able to take it to Samsung. You could probably at least try. If anyone has experience with that, you can leave that down in the comments below to help someone else out. So of course there is that warranty concern, and there also isn't necessarily a guarantee that you're going to get an absolutely perfect device like I seem to have gotten here. But I think the biggest takeaways from this video should be that just because it's an Amazon renewed product doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be anything wrong with it. Maybe I got lucky. This has been a really good device. If anyone has their own personal experiences with buying a foldable from Amazon Renewed, definitely leave those down in the comments to help out some other people thinking about getting one of these. But as far as the pricing goes and as far as the device that I got, I am super impressed. And I feel like that's how a lot of people are going to be able to get their hands on one of these devices because they're just so expensive at their retail price. Last year at this time, I put out a community post on my channel asking how much people would be willing to pay for the Z Fold 2 at that time. And a lot of people, about 40%, said they would pay in that $750 to $1,000 price range. I've personally always believed that when these phones hit $1,000, it becomes a lot more of a compelling purchase and just an overall better value for your money. And we're in a situation now where honestly the price is right at $887 for the Z Fold 3. I'm super impressed with what you're getting here for the price. Now, I know that the next generation foldables are right around the corner at the time of this recording, but in my honest opinion, I would not let that hold you back from trying out a device like this. This has been a game-changing device for me. It can really be a win-win scenario where if you go ahead and try this guy and you're content with this, it meets all of your needs, it does everything that you need it to do, you can just hold on to this guy. But if that next generation comes out and it has some features that you really want or really need, you can then just go ahead and trade in this device to Samsung for well more than the price that you paid for it. So I'll leave some links down in the description below. If you're not interested in this Fold 3, you're interested in the upcoming foldables, I'll leave some links down in the description for Samsung's pre-order deals or whatever deals they have going on. With all that said, I bought an Amazon renewed Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, and it's honestly exceeded my expectations. Make sure to leave a thumbs up on your way out and subscribe if you haven't already.